Right.
Hello, welcome back to Small Talk Japan. I'm Alex Bradshaw.
And I'm Mitch. Hi, Alex.
Hi. What are we doing on this show? Forgotten.
We talk about all things Japan in English.
In English?
Yeah, that's our tagline that I made up like on the fly on the first day that we did this.
And we've just been saying it ever since without even thinking.
We don't know if those are like good targeted words or whatever. It's what I say.
Let's just run with it.
All right, let's do the intro. So every time we fucking roll the intro, Natsuki sings the fucking song.
That's really annoying.
Yeah, she's really... Every time I have to tell her, like, you don't have to sing it. It's like, it's in there. It's like the audience will get the song.
Like the microphone's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like, oh, sorry. Last time she was on the show, she was ridiculous. Like always.
You should do like a square corner in the bottom with her face for reaction. Like they have on Japanese TV.
You know what we should really do is we should have a counter for like Natsuki gaffes.
Yeah.
Like every time she says something ridiculous, you just like ting and like count up.
I don't think there's technology that can keep up with that at the moment.
I keep telling people that watch our show, because we're not picking on her because she's Japanese. She's literally, if she was speaking Japanese, because she's speaking in English, so it's like her a second language to herself. But she's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's not that
Japanese.
Different. Yeah.
She doesn't change. Yeah. She's exactly the fucking same.
It's true.
So don't think we're picking on her because she's Japanese. We're picking on her because she's Natsuki. Anyway, we got a lot of stories today. We got some little sad news about the World Cup, right? That you're super interested in, right?
Oh, I love it.
You watched every game, right?
I got up at 4:00 in the morning.
Today.
How many days? I don't remember how many days ago. And unfortunately, it wasn't the England-France match. It was Spain and somebody else. So I just turned it off and went back to bed.
Wait. So you fucked up the day?
Yeah, because I listened to my 15-year-old son, which you should never do. He's like, oh, England's playing France tomorrow. So I was like, all right, I'll watch that. Might as well.
Yeah.
Now it's in the knockout stage, but whatever.
Did you watch the game with what was it, Croatia and Japan? Was it
no,
Croatia?
I didn't. I was thinking about getting up, but I thought, well, they're going to lose anyway, so why bother?
Yeah. That was Croatia, right? That was the last game. Josh, while we're talking, can you Google Miss Croatia eats sushi after Japan lost?
I mean, they very narrowly went out, right? They were unlucky. That was an unlucky...
Okay, so I know nothing about soccer, as you like to call it, football.
Yeah.
I know nothing about the sport, but the comments that I heard while watching the penalty kicks was that the Japanese side was not good. Apparently, when you do a penalty kick, you're supposed to...
Kick it in the goal.
Well, yes, that's one.
Right.
But you're supposed to...
I'm starting with basics. I just assume you don't know anything about it.
You're supposed to express with your body language, like a... How do you explain? It's like
a different direction.
Yeah, a different direction where you actually kick it. But the Japanese were just kicking it like right where they were looking.
Right, I see.
And so like it was pretty bad. Anyways, next day,
very honest.
Miss Croatia, which is on screen right now, we'll put this in the video. She's let's call her talented from the waist up.
Your kind of thing.
She decided to eat sushi on her Instagram and jiggle a little bit.
Can I see the sushi? I want to see what she's eating.
I think it's just like California roll bullshit.
It looks like salmon. Why is it all salmon abroad? Sushi's always like salmon, right?
They didn't even eat salmon in Japan until like 1990s.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think Canada did this big push to sell salmon in Japan.
I don't know if that's right.
It's true. Salmon is just not traditionally a Japanese fish. I mean, it comes from Canada. Where the fuck are you going to get salmon?
In a river?
Where?
In
Japan?
I don't know.
They don't exist.
I have no idea.
So salmon was a big push by, I think it was a Canadian company or something like that, to push it into Japan.
So why is it called salmon then instead of sake? What's the difference? Is there a difference?
I don't know. Are you a zoologist or whatever animal person thing?
A fish
person?
Fish doctor.
I don't. Do you have a comment?
Oh, here we go.
So it says it came to Japan in 1980, and then it started being eaten for raw consumption in 1995.
Wow.
From Norway.
Oh, shit. Well, whatever.
So you were wrong.
Norway and Canada, are they that dissimilar?
Don't go out for a drink with him because it's just full of this.
It's not at all.
Factoids
usually
looked up on Wikipedia.
That's not true. It's shit that I read on
Wikipedia.
No. It's shit that I read that I remember the meaning, the meat of it, but I don't remember the details.
Okay. All right.
Because the details are important. I just need to know the fact that okay, salmon was not traditionally eaten in Japan. Bam, got it. And it came from a cold place.
And then you go, you don't know that.
No, I didn't say
Japan
you don't know
Junior.
That. I don't say that. I just say, hey, it came here and it started being eaten raw in the 1990s. See?
Yeah.
I usually get the numbers wrong.
I want to see the advertising campaign for that. that brings this new fish in? And
From
what's going on with
the Norwegians.
Norwegians, yeah. What's that? I'd love to. I'll look into that when I get home.
So anyway, getting back to the game. So I watched it live, right?
Yeah,
in a bar full of Japanese people, and they were like, because it was like tied, and it came to. Oh, no, it wasn't tied. Was it tied? I don't know. Whatever it was.
It was a draw. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like doing the penalty kicks and everything, and it's like I was like watching it, and I was just like, this looks really dumb, because like the Croatian team was like really good. Like they're like you said, they were putting it in the net.
Right. Oh, good. Football terminology.
And like the Japanese side was like, not only were I think they missed a kick or two, but like they were very obvious in where they were like kicking the ball. And I was just like, is this how this is supposed to be done? And everyone was like, no, this is really bad. But Japan, they're finally, their soccer team is so, getting up there, world class.
Man, they did a good job. They were unlucky to get knocked out, really. Yeah. But if you're going to point to where you're going to kick it in, it's probably not going to do so well.
Yeah, like right there.
I'm going to do it right down there.
Wasn't there a rugby man that did that when he would kick a field goal or something like that?
A rugby man.
What are they called?
A rugby player?
No, there's a word for them. Loggerman? Maybe that's Japanese.
Loggerman?
I think Dogaman or something like that is Japanese.
That sounds like a kind of camping goods brand.
Like, oh shit, what's that? What's it? Jackery.
Jackery.
Jackery, please sponsor our podcast. There's so many YouTube sponsor spots for Jackery.
Captain Stag.
Why the fuck do you need a giant battery? Like, who needs this for camping and other outdoors? No one needs this.
I don't know. You don't need most camp goods though, really, do you? I mean, they sell a lot of them in Japan.
You buy it once and then you put it somewhere and it just stays there.
I've got one in my cupboard. It's like a fold-up burnable stove with a proper coffee thing percolator.
How many times have you used it?
Once, but I'm going to use it on Monday. So,
see, that's the thing. When you buy this shit, you have to find excuses to use it.
Well, it's like buying a cocktail maker, a cocktail shaker set or something like that. Yeah. Like middle-aged people do that, right?
Yeah.
Because I actually thought about buying one. I was looking on Amazon the other day and something popped up and I thought, I could make a cocktail at home.
Have you seen my house? Do you know how much shit I have bought?
I know. You've got a problem.
It is a problem.
You've got an Amazon problem.
What is a rugby man called, Josh? Do we have this information?
I Googled it, but all I could find was rugby player.
Okay, whatever.
Haha. Okay, all right. Well, the stories we've got are... Let's just get into them.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So we got some Japan fans thanking football players for good games after the World Cup exited. So fans and supporters extended their appreciation and encouragement to Japan's football players on Tuesday after they exited the World Cup in a stinging shootout loss to Croatia. So yeah, it was overtime 1-1, and then they got totally battered on penalties, didn't they?
Yeah, but and then the manager comes out on the stage or on the field, and what do you guys call it, the pitch?
The pitch,
whatever.
Yeah.
He comes out on the pitch and he like bows like 90 degrees. Thanks the fans.
Yeah, and then started picking up rubbish.
Yeah, and then all the fucking fans just started picking up trash. I'm just like, this is getting old, guys. By the way, I looked it up. Daga is a rugby player in Japanese. Daga. RAGA extended line.
Rugga's it's an nickname for rugby in England, I suppose.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
So yeah. Well, anyway, we got a quote from somebody saying, I want to thank them for bringing joy to Amagasaki, which is in Hyogo Prefecture, which is where one of the wingers grew up apparently. So people were very happy about that, doing well in the World Cup, but unfortunately when they got knocked out, people were crying in the streets. Yeah,
in Shibuya Crossing and everything like that. But here's the thing. If you're a small Japanese kid, soccer is, if you look at the NBA, if you're not 7 feet tall, you're not playing, right?
Right.
There's this guy, I forgot his name, one of the players, he's like the shortest NBA player. He's taller than us.
Right.
And everybody's like, oh, what's up, shorty? He's like a good 3 to 4 inches taller than me.
Right.
And you can't compete. But with soccer, it's equalizing, right? It doesn't matter how big or small you are. I mean, I think actually most of they were showing their stats on the screen. Most of them was like about 175 to 185 centimeters.
Okay.
So it's like,
it depends on the position you play though as well, right?
I don't know anything about soccer. I'm just saying that it doesn't require you to have like a certain type of body style to play it.
So what you're saying is that you don't have to be like hugely tall to play football.
Well, no, you don't have to be hugely tall. Some sorts, if you're a jockey, if you're a race horse rider, you have to be small.
Okay.
Right. So there's various, I used to work for Cirque du Soleil. Mm-hmm. People who are acrobatics, do acrobatics, they are very small.
Yeah.
They're all like 5 foot nothing.
Right.
Whatever that means in centimeters. I don't even know what that is in centimeters.
What about golf? What do you have to be to play golf?
Well,
Like
I don't know.
White or something.
You have to be white. No, we proved that wrong with Tiger Woods, right? Because he just came in, he just came in and fucked everything up.
I hate golf, man. Absolutely.
Have you ever seen a golf magazine in Japan?
No.
It's only white guys.
Is it?
It's, yeah, every single
So
photo is
dumb.
like, well, they're starting to slowly change, but it's mostly just white dudes in it. It's just like, wow, this is weird.
That
It's
is
just
bizarre.
strange.
Strange fetishization.
Golf is just a weird sport. I play it, but I don't like it.
Okay. All right. What have you got?
Mine are all fun, so just go through yours, because I think yours are the seriouser ones.
All right. I've got Japanese police in Oita no longer banned from shopping at convenience stores while in uniform.
Which is actually interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
No, I didn't either, actually. But I've never seen a police officer in a convenience store, to be fair. Have you?
I saw a video of a Karen harassing an American police officer for having like lunch in a McDonald's. She's like, do you know you should be out there and protecting the citizens? He's like, motherfucker, it's my lunch break. I need to fucking eat.
Yeah.
I was just like, I mean, that's what this is probably about, right? It's like people like they see the uniform and they see the guy like relaxing or doing something that normal people are doing. It's like, wait, shouldn't you be working? You know?
Yeah.
It's not the police's fault, it's the public.
So apparently it looks that people were worried that citizens would mistakenly think they were ditching their duties to browse the shop's wares and damage the police reputation in the meantime. So, I mean, depends what they're doing, doesn't it? If they're buying like a 2-liter bottle of shochu, I mean, that's probably not such a good image, is it? But if they're just buying like a
Old
sandwich,
English 40s, just get two of them. They're like, here we go. Okay.
let's sit in the car and crack these open. You know what I mean? That'd be quite good. But 7-Eleven said that having police officers in the shop while in uniform is reassuring, and I think it'll help prevent crimes. Those crimes that are so numerous here in Japan.
What crime happens in Oita? You've been to Oita. I've been to Oita. Josh and I went to Oita together.
Yeah.
What the fuck are they worried about in Oita?
I think the biggest crime in Oita is jaywalking.
No, I think it's public intoxication, which I don't think is a crime.
That's true. No, yeah.
not a
Or
crime.
indecent exposure.
People, salarymen drunk and sleeping in the Central Park.
I was in Oita recently in Beppu, and I was walking through the streets, and there was like an old, like sento, onsen place or whatever. The window was open, and I just glanced through it as I was walking by, and I just saw a square of like a Japanese old man's genitals, like in full view, being washed. And I was like, that's culture.
Here in Kagoshima, in Okuchi, we stayed at an onsen hotel, and like the women's onsen had like fencing around it, but the men's onsen was just like open to the field next to it,
Right.
and there's like all these ba-chan and ji-chan like tending the fields,
Right.
and like I'm like,
Hi.
hello.
Very strange.
All right, let's get on to. I actually do have two somewhat serious stories. Okay, one, Japan billionaire Maezawa says K-pop star and 7 others to join his moon trip.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So basically, this guy made his money off the internet, which all the billionaires do these days. And,
Fashion, right?
Yeah, and he's going to have 10 people go with him, or maybe it's 8 people, whatever. Some other people go with him to the moon in 2023. I think it's on SpaceX's thing.
To the moon?
Yeah, SpaceX.
Not just into space?
It's going to fly around the moon and come back.
All right, okay.
So it's a multi-day mission. And so out of 1 million people that applied to be his space buddies, he decided to pick, the last choice was Top from Big Bang.
No idea who that is.
They were like huge.
Boy band, right?
Boy band. They were
Yeah,
huge until I think one of them got into trouble for drunk or something. The other one they got conscription.
Right.
And I don't know, whatever. I think they're still making music. But anyway, so there's also going to be other crew members include Irish photographer Rhiannon Adam, Indian director Dev Joshi, and Tim Dodd, and American YouTube content creator. He is a YouTube American content creator on rocket science. Here's my thing. They've got like this all-star crew that's going around the moon. What if it blows up?
Yeah.
It's just like erase all those people from the gene pool.
Well, I only know like one of them, which is Maezawa-san. I don't know anybody else on that list, I don't think.
Well, they're all...
I saw Steve Aoki was on there as well.
Oh,
Is that
yeah, I
right?
forgot Steve Aoki's also on there.
I know who he is.
The DJ.
Because I've seen him on Netflix on an advert.
For what?
I don't know, some show about his life or something like that.
Oki's in like a lot of movies playing himself.
Yeah. Because he looks weird, right? So
He's just like a long-haired Japanese guy.
Yeah, stick him in there.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to DJs, I don't know if that's weird.
Do you think he's going to wear a Zozo suit while he's going up to the moon?
I hope he does.
Yeah,
I don't think he has Zozo stock anymore, does he?
I don't think so. I think he shifted it all right.
Yeah.
I bought a Zozo. I didn't buy it. I got it for free. But you know the Zozo suit thing, which apparently you would be able to take a photo of yourself wearing this suit with white dots all over it, and it would measure your body size and deliver clothes to you. But I never ordered anything.
Amazon has this the I don't know, the dollar store version of that, where it's like when I'm shopping for clothes, it's like based upon your purchase history, and it's like blah 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 size will fit you best.
Right.
So they have some algorithm that figures that out. The other day, it's like a small will fit you best. I'm like, no, I don't think I'm a small.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do have that. Moving on, Nagasaki Hospital suspends oral surgery after dentists pull wrong teeth 3 years in a row.
How do you do that?
Well, says according to the hospital, the incident occurred on November 8th when a dentist in its oral and maxillofacial surgery department failed to check which wisdom tooth should be removed from the patient in her 30s. The woman pointed this out. Like this, I'm imagining. And another procedure was performed on November 16th, but neither dentist nor department head reported the error to the hospital. The hospital became aware of the malpractice on November 30th after the woman submitted a written comment to the institution.
Wow.
Wait, we have more. The case follows incidents in December 2020 and April 2021 when Nagasaki University Hospital dentists tasked with removing a wisdom tooth instead pulled the one next to it. How do you do that? Like, how do you not know what a fucking wisdom tooth is?
Oh, it's not very wise, is it? You know. So I can't believe you laughed at that.
It's so bad. I had to laugh
Awful.
at it. The hospital had introduced measures to prevent the reoccurrence, such as assigning the doctor in charge 1 week before a procedure after checking the patient's symptoms, but they were not carried out thoroughly. The doctor in charge of the recent case was assigned on the day of the surgery. So this is, we were talking pre-show, but this is just like, it's just like surgeries before, like, it's like, okay, I need to remove this arm.
Right.
Like they would, before doctors would remove the wrong arm.
Yeah.
Because once you're under, you can't communicate with the doctor anymore. So what they would do is like the doctor would, when you're lucid, would put a giant X on the arm that they're going to remove. It's like this one.
This one, right?
This one. And then they go to and then that basically stopped all those problems. You said it might have been from Harvard or someone.
Well, that's not really going to work on teeth, is it? Because they're going to be like, this one. You'd be like, well, wait, I can't see.
So that's what I was thinking is like, how would they indicate with teeth? I wonder. Maybe just drill a hole in it.
Jab it, yeah, with a stick. This one, right?
But when you get your wisdom teeth removed in Japan, you're not under, that you're awake.
It depends, though. You can do it both in England as well, I think. You can have local,
I think in Japan there's only
general.
I talked to a dentist about this. In almost 99% of all cases, it's local anesthesia. And the only people that are able to put you under is the hospital, but they'll only still remove one fucking tooth at a time in Japan.
That's bizarre.
So weird.
I think I had all of them done at the same time.
That's how we do it in the modern world.
I was like, knock me out and fucking do it.
Have you seen YouTube commercials of people coming off it?
No,
it's hilarious.
I thought I was in Star Trek. I'm not shitting you. It was on TV. Someone was watching it in the room, and I thought I was standing on the bridge like, I don't know what the hell was going on.
In Vegas, we had this thing called the Star Trek Experience.
Right.
It was bonkers. Like you'd go, they had you line up to get into these, like, they look like these motion machines. And like they're like, everybody line up. Okay, we're gonna get in the motion machine and blah 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 blah. And they're all talking to you like you're an idiot, right?
Right.
And all of a sudden the lights go off, like wind rushes through the room. You hear this energizing sound, and then the lights go back on, and you're on the bridge of the Enterprise.
Wow.
And you're just like, everyone's just looking around like, what the fuck? Like it's insane.
Wow, that sounds cool. Actually,
it's actually gone, unfortunately.
Oh,
but
no.
there's all these crew, like they're like in a battle sequence and shit's shaking, and you're like, what? And they're like, get in the turbo lift, you gotta go. And like it was nuts. It was incredible.
Yeah, Americans are good at that kind of thing. If you did it in England, the staff just wouldn't be cooperative. They'd be like, you know, they'd try the first couple of weeks, and then after that, the motivation would go down. They'd be like, oh no, the ship's getting fucking attacked. Get in that lift. Again, get in the lift.
This is the problem with Tokyo Disney, is like, the characters aren't characters. They're like, irashaimase, irashaimase. They're just Japanese people in character outfits. In America, they yell at you.
Yeah.
You're like, get the hell out of here, it's dangerous, you know, because they're in character, right?
Yeah.
You know, whatever. But that was nuts. And then the other thing is when you left the Star Trek experience, there was like this whole like gambling, because it's Vegas, so this totally makes sense. This gambling and bar area called Quark's Bar.
Right.
And they had like actual in-suit people there working. It was great. And then when you went to go take a wee, they had like all this fake technology in the toilet, and it would analyze your wee.
Oh, really?
And it would tell you that you're low on some fake thing.
Right, I see. Alcohol.
No, you're high on that.
You're low on alcohol. Drink some more. Buy something.
But anyway, it's all gone now. But it was fucking fantastic. That was made in the 90s when everything was excessive and awesome.
Nice.
Anyway.
All right, I've got another story. This one's about Yakuza. Wow. So the Yakuza may be blocked from using all expressways in Japan within a decade. So apparently the Prefectural Governments Association has passed an organised crime exclusion ordinance which prohibits companies from doing business with members of organised crime groups. And obviously convenience stores and places that can't screen everybody that comes in, but they are basically trying to cut out Yakuza groups from using public services. But they're also trying to stop them going on the highways. And in Japan, it uses a toll. And then there's the ETC system.
Which I didn't know what that stood for until this article.
Electronic Toll Collection System. They've missed an S off the end. Well done. So you can whiz straight through, but if you're blacklisted on this thing, you can't use the gate to get through. But, I mean, I don't really see this being a problem, to be honest with you. I mean, there's loads of, like, Boryokudan, Hantai, whatever. We don't serve Boryokudan.
But the reason why this is important is because, and this is happening with smartphones, like the Yakuza can't get smartphones.
Right, yeah.
Because what happens is it basically, when they sign up for it and they lie that they're not Yakuza, that becomes an official crime.
Right.
And then the police arrest them on that basis.
I see. That's clever, though. Japan's good at making kind of subversive laws.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Just watch out for them in case they come after you next.
Let's go on to drones. Japan lifts ban on automated drone flights over residential areas. The short and sweet of this is that I think it was Abe, actually, when Abe was prime minister. Back in the day, like I think about 4 or 5 years ago, there was like no drone laws in Japan. They're like, what's a drone? And then one day somebody flew and landed a drone on the prime minister's residence, and I'm pretty sure that was Abe. And all of a sudden, they had the most draconian drone laws in the fucking world.
Yeah.
Like the next day.
No, it's quick, isn't it?
And then now they're like, maybe we went too far.
All right. So now you can fly a drone around.
So now they're like bringing it back. So now basically automated drones are allowed to be over, houses in residential areas. But still, there's a lot of areas where you can't drone. And especially if you're doing what we do with photography drones, there's a lot of places that aren't, you still can't fly.
So they're going to have to dial it back anyway if they want to get automated delivery and things like that. If Amazon really does go ahead with its kind of drone delivery service and that kind of stuff.
Have you watched the new Star Wars TV show? What's it called? It starts with an A. Shit.
What's it?
What is it?
Andor.
There it is. Andor.
Star Wars. Oh, right. Yeah. No.
It's really good. I haven't watched the last 2 episodes yet, but it's really, really good. I really like it. It's better than all the other shit that Disney made. Shitty
Is
Disney.
it good? I cancelled Disney Plus because of that. Because I thought, not another wank
Just get
Star
it from
Wars.
the Caribbean version of it. The Caribbean version of it.
Caribbean version.
That's how do you say?
Oh. Okay.
High seas version.
The high seas.
But anyway, no, it's like I'm not promoting any illegal activities. I'm just kidding. Disclaimer. Anyway, it's really, really good. And like the thing is like one of the scenes is like they go into the underbelly of Coruscant, like the city planet, and it's really cool because I'm pretty sure they're just like filming it in Russia.
Right. Right.
Because it's just like ugly concrete everywhere. Yeah, I'm just like, wow. It's really, really good.
Or rural Japan.
Or rural Japan. No, because rural Japan would have like green shit growing everywhere.
Green shit growing out of the concrete.
Yeah, there's no green in that. But anyway, one of the things that they show is like the levels of the traffic, in the city state. And I was like, when is that going to happen? Like it's just layers and layers of traffic in the sky.
Makes sense.
It's going to happen, right?
Could do.
Let's talk about an astronaut who lied about some shit. Japan astronaut delayed reporting 2018 error. So basically, the summary of this story is that JAXA was supposed to do this research thing about people who are living long term in space, and they overloaded the people who are the researchers with work and shit so they couldn't actually do the work that they were tasked to do. So they just fabricated all the fucking data.
Just made it all up.
Not all of it, but they made up a lot of it.
Mind you, this does happen a lot in Japan. It's like just to finish a project, they'll do
bullshit
to put on paper, and then we did it and hand it in.
And no one checks it.
No one checks it. Or they do check it, but they only check it on the paper. Because they just assume that it's, honest.
Oh, because it's written down?
Yeah.
See, but the thing about the international science community is they're like, these data points seem really manufactured.
Yeah, this data seems interesting, Japanese scientists. Can you explain your research study?
And they're like, oh shit, we got caught because that's how science works, is that people can check your shit.
Yeah, but they'll be like, oh, Japanese people have a different model for... space survival.
What was the stomach thing? What
they
did
have
say?
longer intestines.
Longer intestines. God, let's not get back onto that.
Longer intestines, and what was the other thing? I can't remember. Anyway, let's move on.
Man gets suspended term for damaging Korean International School in Osaka. Basically, this guy got he got into Twitter. This is where a lot of crime happens these days. He got into Twitter and he decided that foreign people, especially Korean people, were evil. And he broke into an international school that was serving Korean residents and set some stuff on fire.
Wow, what a wanker.
Yeah, but the thing is his sentence was really light. He got a 3-year suspended sentence because the judge said, it wasn't a hate crime. It said the defendant had developed one-sided hatred for a particular religion, ethnicity, and political group based on social media posts. So basically, it became Twitter's fault.
Okay.
Which, if we just keep the logic line going, it's ultimately Elon Musk's fault.
I would just make him watch Korean dramas every single day until he says sorry. That's a good punishment.
Okay.
I understand the hell of that, considering my wife and daughter love them so much.
Oh, are they into that?
Oh, they love them. Absolutely love them.
They're all the same exact story with just different people playing the same.
I know. It's like Japan, but more exaggerated.
Yeah.
Like when people cry, they just go mental and start crying.
Well, I always do. It's like Hollywood is to Bollywood, Japan is to K-drama.
Yeah, makes sense.
It just gets, they just do it to the 10th degree.
Very strange. Well, talking about the segment that likes all Korean stuff, high school students with high school students and middle-aged women. With entrance exams looming, ads that only students can see are appearing in Tokyo train stations. To the naked eye, these like gibberish, but students cramming for entrance exams can see through the mystery. Do you know how?
I actually do. So, when they take the entrance exam, when they're studying for the entrance exam, they all carry on that little red plastic
That's right.
filter thing
Yep.
to cover up the answers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you hold that up to the sign...
So there's a piece of plastic, that's it. They put it on the textbook, and the red text in the textbook with the answer you can't see. And then you take that away, and all the answers are there.
Remember those things from the 90s that look like gibberish? And if you kind of focused your eyes in a weird way, it'd be like a 3D picture?
I had a Magic Eye. Yeah, Magic Eye. There's a can of beer. What's it called? I've forgotten. There's an IPA.
Gay horse?
It's not Gay Horse. I do like Gay Horse, though. This IPA's got like a magic eye thing on it.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work when you're shit-faced. I've tried. I really did try. Very hard. Nothing. Awful. So anyway, there's messages of, success or good luck.
Encouragement.
Little by little, you're unlocking your potential. I feel motivated already. Let me do another one. Wishing good luck to everyone who can read this. Everyone who can't, fuck off. No, it doesn't say that, but it probably should do. To everyone studying with a red sheet on the train, we're sure you're going to succeed. So, well done.
Oh my God. It's great.
I've got a story for you here. You can do that one. That's your topic of choice.
All right, then you do that one. Okay, here we go. So this is actually political, and it's unintentionally political. So Japan's Disney store sells merchandise of Winnie the Pooh supporting China's protests. So it's kind of a long and it's not, Disney is not supporting the protest. What it is the products are created through the Disney's MADE program, MADE, which the product description is called D-Made.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what the D stands for.
Disney.
Okay.
Right.
I was thinking.
Dick.
Sorry. Okay, so there's D brand. Do you know D brand?
No.
Doesn't matter. Anyway.
What's that?
And allows people to customize their own Disney merchandise. The collection includes hoodies, shirts, tote bags, and mugs. And so a lot of the merchandise that they're making now includes Winnie the Pooh holding a white piece of paper and looking puzzled at it.
Right.
Which was a meme from 2012 or something.
Okay.
From a long time ago, and they brought it back because protesters in China, are protesting by holding up blank white pieces of paper.
I see.
To protest the COVID lockdowns because they have no fucking plan for COVID. They're just like, lockdown again? Let's do it.
I was watching a documentary about Chinese punk music the other day. It was quite good.
Yeah.
There's some quite good underground bands and stuff like that, apparently.
Well, because the Chinese people are just people. It's the leadership that's the problem.
That's true. But you've got to be careful because they'll lock you up and chuck away the key if you're not careful. I mean, Pussy Riot had that in Russia as well, right? They were a punk kind of art band or wwhatever.
Yeah, but that's if you're in Russia. Why would you ever go to Russia?
Vodka.
Buy it in like one of the other Nordic countries that does it better.
Or to freeze to death in the Siberian wasteland.
No reason to go to Russia. I don't see a reason to go to China.
I was thinking actually that Disney thing reminded me of was it Balenciaga or Ferragamo? I think it's Balenciaga. One of the luxury brands did like a series of photos with kids' toys.
Oh god, S&M.
Yeah, imagery.
Like there were bears that were dressed in S&M clothing.
Yeah.
And kids were, I think they're bags and they're bears that are also bags. I think.
Yeah.
And like kids were holding them.
Yeah, it was Balenciaga. But, like I was watching a video about that, and they were going on a photo shoot like that for a luxury fashion brand. There'll be about 30 people involved with it. It's not like one person's decision. So that shows like systemic, fucked upness. Disconnectedness. What idiocy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was watching a commentator talk about it too, and they were like, nothing in these ad campaigns happen like by chance or mistake.
Yeah.
Like they're so well thought out. They gone through so many hands to get to the final product that it's just like a complete disconnect of reality.
Very weird.
It was. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was child porn, but it was child exploitation for sure.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
And that was not good.
Anyway, fuck you, Balenciaga. So floating meals are just the start of what makes this restaurant so memorable, says the first sentence of this article, which I haven't read.
I think the only thing about this place that's memorable is the floating meal.
That's probably it, yeah. So there's a conveyor belt restaurant that delivers food by boat in Tokyo, apparently. It's, where is it? Let's have a look. Hachioji. About an hour by train from central Tokyo. So it's called Iroriyaki and Tofu Nabe Hinatoriyama. And yes, it sends the food around by boat. We've got a picture of it or something.
We have a video. Here we go.
Oh, here we
Twitter. Go. It actually looks pretty cool.
Is that a full-sized boat?
No, it's a little...
it's a little boat.
It's a little boat.
I thought it was like It's a Small World or whatever that Disney ride.
It's a small world after all.
Yeah. If it was like that might be fun. But that just looks like... That water must be filthy. I'm sorry to say.
They probably put something in it, right?
Dropping food in it and things like that. And little kids washing their hands in it and all kinds of stuff, I can imagine. But anyway, there are a bunch of comments here, but none of them are worth reading.
What that reminds me of is that in some of the some of the sushi go around places in Japan, you actually put all of your plates and dishes into like a little chute next to the table.
Yeah.
And it wishes it away.
Right.
Magically somehow.
And it just shoots them out the back of the restaurant.
But it's like
into the street.
It kind of sounds like a flushing noise. I'm pretty sure it's just like flushing it to some poor kid in the kitchen. Is what that reminded me of, because I'm pretty sure somebody looked at that and like, we're gonna return the dirty dishes like this. Why don't we give them dishes like this as well?
I want to make the world's most... Everyone's on about sustainability now, so I want to make the world's most unsustainable restaurant. So everything just gets fucking chucked out.
Yeah, you should hook up with Mr. Beast, the YouTuber. Yeah. Just get his cash behind it and just do like the world's most unsustainable restaurant.
See how long it will last. How long before it goes broke. It'd be like 2 days or something, right? That'd be great. Concept. It could be a concept to make people think about sustainability. There you go.
The closest thing, I guess, to the boat restaurant we have here at Kagoshima is we have the Shinkansen, the bullet train brings you your sushi sometimes.
Right, yeah.
To me, that's just amazing. The little kid in me gets all giddy. I love that shit.
I'm just not impressed.
I know. You don't like that stuff.
No, I don't like it. I like a dude in front of me making it. That's the best thing. And then handing it to me saying, sir, here's your single nigiri.
Your single nigiri.
Which is tiny.
Let me take 7 hours to feed you, my friend.
7 hours to feed you and charge you like a fuckload of money as well.
$5,000 a person.
Yeah.
Why do you like that? It's so boring.
I like being bored. I'm English.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I like too much entertainment is a bit overwhelming.
See, I'm from the country of Benihana.
Yeah.
Where not only do they make you a little onion volcano, they also put oil in it and set it on fire for you on the teppanyaki in front of you before they make you a filet mignon steak and lobster tail.
No, I'm not into that.
They give you a strawberry daiquiri in a Buddha, what is it called, like statue. And the straw, I shit you fucking not, goes right into the Buddha's belly button.
No way.
And you suck this red shit right out of his belly button.
That sounds disgusting.
That's how you do Japanese food, everybody.
Well, at least it's not sucking white shit out of it anyway. Could be worse.
In our show today, guys, if you want to be our patron, there'll be a link in the show description if you want to support us.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment what you think about Japanese dining. What was your best Japanese dining experience? And have you been to Benihana? Or have you been to the Star Trek Experience? Which, by the way, both Benihana and the Star Trek Experience were in the same hotel in Vegas.
That's amazing.
The Hilton.
Everything has come together. We planned this so that it would end like that.
Oh, no, we did it. All right, guys, that's been our show this week. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.